I'm always working very hard in my kitchen. This is my exercise room. 欢迎. Thank you for dropping by. Have you ever cooked up spaghetti or lasagna? Of course you have. There are a couple of the most popular Western pasta dishes. Well, today, I'm going to show you how the Chinese make their favorite pasta dishes. So the next time your family wants pasta, you can give them something totally new and different. Now, that is using your noodle. We're going to get cooking very soon, but first, let's meet a few old-fashioned Chinese noodle makers. Every day in Chinatowns all over the world, Chinese share a love for noodles. From New York to Honolulu and London to Melbourne, you can find noodle shops that make their own noodles and small family-operated noodle factories that still make noodles the old-fashioned way. Hong Hop in New York is an example. My good friend Dixon Yee runs the family business.
We've been manufacturing noodles as Hong Hop Noodle Company since 1922, when my great-uncle took over the previous company. So noodles have been made here since 1910 or so.
As you can see, even though there are a few machines to roll and cut the dough, these are basically handmade noodles. Although he was trained in another field, Dixon was determined to preserve the family business.
In about 1985, the company had a change, and it was either closing up the company, leaving behind a history of almost 75 years of making noodles, or stepping in here and trying to make a go of it. To walk away from it leaves behind a lot of not just the company's history, but the family's history. This is how we started, and there are very few businesses that one can take to the third generation. I represent that, and I thought that was a challenge given to me, and so I decided to grab it. Another part of the challenge is to be able to expand beyond the traditional markets. And if there are caterers or other service companies that need Asian products, and we as Asian Americans can help bridge that gap and to introduce them to those Chinese foods and understand how to use them, then that increases our ability to grow, and also increases, I think, the American appreciation of foods from other countries.
The love of noodles is also alive and well in Hawaii, and it is keeping them busy at the Yet Tong Chow Noodle Factory in Honolulu, Chinatown. The noodles they make here are wheat flour noodles, or mean. The process is similar to pasta making. You mix and knead the dough before pressing it into thin sheets. Then through the cutter, you make long, thin Chinese egg noodles. Whoa, long live noodle, whoa. Huh? Now here's a touch you don't normally see in Western pasta making. Coiling and cutting these long live noodles by hand. Nearby at the Hong Kong Noodle House, they work their hardest when they are sitting on the job. This looks like fun, like riding a seesaw. It is actually an ancient method of kneading dough with a huge bamboo pole. Once the dough is kneaded, master noodle maker Mr. Ng uses a machine to press it into thin sheets and then cut into noodles. This is a typical noodle restaurant kitchen, open and right by the entrance. It looks small and cramped, but don't worry. Everything the noodle chef needs is within his reach. Remember those noodles? Made just moments ago and a few feet away. Nothing could be fresher. In addition to noodles, Master Ng also makes fresh wonton wrappers for his own wontons. Look at what I get for lunch. You can tell I'm hungry. Oh, wonton noodle soup with some lomi noodle with green onion and some vegetable and some beef stew. This is the broth. Meat should be served firm but not chewy. Perfectly al dente. These are just right. So the next time when you're in Chinatown, make sure to try some fresh meat, noodles. And remember, they're mixed so long because long noodles symbolize long life. I am learning some secret, some professional trick from Dixon and Master Ng from Hawaii and New York Chinatown. We're going to make beef stir fry over golden crisp skinny wonton noodles. Now, how can you tell? Because I've been cooking this for about 2.5 minutes. It should be nice and brown because I can smell it. Let's check. Hick. Whoa, look at that, nice and golden brown. We'll continue to cook this with a tiny bit extra oil. Tiny bit extra oil. Do it like this. Put it over here in the spatula, and you strip it all over. Now, there's one way you can make the noodle pancake golden brown like this. Another way is you do it in the oven. In the oven, you don't have to add any oil. And I'm going to check out what we have done. Whoa, nice and golden brown. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at that, nice and crispy. We can use both of these, either big, oven bake, or pan fry in a wok, okay? In the meantime, I think this is gonna be wonderful. Let us sit there. In the meantime, I'm gonna get everything else ready because we're gonna stir fry this with beef and asparagus and onion. Okay, now first, we're gonna get ready some asparagus. This is asparagus. We're going to cut this asparagus. Of course, sometimes if it's too long, you use to trim this a little bit. Trim the edge, okay? This is just the very bottom of the stem. You just trim it, and then you cut it in a very interesting angle. Instead of cut it this angle, you cut it this angle, okay? 1, 2. You see this? Cut an angle. I'm going to explain to you why you cut this angle. When you cut at this angle, it's less fibrous, it's more tender, and also more flavor sip into your asparagus. Now, when you buy asparagus, you notice that different season, different places you go, they got big asparagus, giant ones, medium one, and skinny ones. Now, the quality of these are all very good, okay? They're all nice and sweet. All you have to worry about is make sure this is nice and firm. This is very, very tightly closed. That means it's nice and fresh. And this is good for steaming, water blanching, and this is good for stir fry, and this is good to do our beef stir fry too. Okay, now let me show you the difference, okay? If you cut this at an angle like this, you see this? This is about this long. If you cut it like this at an angle, straight, this is this long. The fiber is only this short, the fiber is this long. So this means, if you cut it like this, it's much more fibrous. That's the reason why the Chinese chef love to cut it differently. In the meantime, we're going to get ready. We have asparagus cut, an onion cut. We're going to show you, cut up some beef. This is a piece of French stick, okay? You can actually butter fry this piece of French stick. Open it up, and you can, the same knife, and you tenderize this a little bit, and then you can cut it up across the grain running from this direction to the always cut it across the grain. Look at that, very, very fast like that. And when it's all cut up, you put it over here and you transfer it and put it right here. Very simple. And then you're gonna marinate this. Let's marinate our beef. Put a tiny bit of rice wine. I love rice wine. Put a tiny bit of soy sauce. This is light soy sauce. But for the beef, you should also use a tiny bit of dark soy. Tiny bit of dark soy, okay? Marinate it. Always use a tiny bit of cornstarch to help to seal in the juice. Always, okay? I always say marinate. When you do marinate, you should marinate it for about half an hour, at least 10 minutes. But since you cut up everything in such small pieces, all the liquid actually instantly absorbed by the beef fiber, by the beef muscle. This is what you call instant marinade. It's not like you marinate a big piece of meat, okay? Now, we're gonna show you how to do this stir-fry beef. You know, I think this is nice and done. Look at this. Look at that. Nice and golden brown. And make sure this is great exercise. And when this is nice and done, this is what I call skinny wonton noodle. You can use all kind of noodles. See, this is the noodle that I get from Master Chef Look at that, skinny wonton noodles. And I'm going to stir fry this with a tiny bit of oil for the beef. Garlic and ginger. Always use garlic and ginger. Garlic and ginger. Look at that, nice. Marinated beef for about 15-20 minutes already. This is really nice. Stir fry. You see? Asparagus doesn't take too long to cook, so you don't have to put it in too early. Whoa, look at this. Stir fry. And then, also another great thing about this is, make sure you do not have to do it too long. You see this? Nice. Add the seasoning. This is very nice. I would like to have some nice, medium, rare beef, nice and tender. You see, because it's already very nicely sliced. And then asparagus and green onion, or onion. If you don't have onion, just use green onion. And then put a dime of satay sauce. Satay sauce means a seafood sauce, Chinese seafood sauce. If you don't have it, use oyster sauce. Tiny bit of sesame seed oil, tiny bit of chili garlic sauce, tiny bit of broth. Look at this. This is so wonderful. And then all you have to do is stir this in. Oh, this is so beautiful. You know what? I think I like to have a tiny bit of extra dark color. Look at the difference. Aha, look at that. This is beef stir fry. And it's so beautiful. You know what? The noodle pancake is beautiful. And I think we are ready to serve these right here. Slice the whole noodle pancake right over here. Look at that. And then you slice some of these right over here. This is so wonderful. I love this. You know what? Since I love beef and I love asparagus, so I actually use a lot more than I normally need. Look at that. Always make sure this is nice and clean. And that's you have. Look at that. Huh? Beef stir fry over a golden crisp noodle pancake. Whoa, when I was growing up, my mother always reminded me, eat more noodle. For the Chinese, more noodle, longer you live. Long noodle, long life. This is another noodle dish, my favorite, chilled noodle salad. I want to show you. Boil this for about 2 to 3 minutes until they're soft. This is not the same as a spaghetti noodle. You have to cook for minutes. Now this ice water, look at this. This is ice water. I'm going to chill my noodle in the ice water. Dip it in. Stop the cooking so it's al dente. Okay? Nice and ready. And I'm going to let it sit here, let all the water drain off. Now, talking about noodle, there are a lot of nice noodle. Some are with egg, some are without egg, some are thick, some are skinny, some are flat. Now, this is the yangchunmi, very popular in many parts of China. You boil this for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. That's all you need. And then get this ready, and I'm going to make this salad. Here, I have some Napa cabbage, okay? Slightly pickled with a tiny bit of salt, Napa cabbage, okay? And then put some bean sprout, all together. We'll do it together. And then put some honey vinegar dressing. This is the dressing, okay? We're going to put them all together. Now, we're going to save this longevity noodle. And I'm going to put them together, toss it in, and chop up some mint, because I love mint. Whoa. And also give some color contrast right here. Extra mint, okay? This is flavor with honey and rice vinegar and also mint. This is going to be the salad on the bottom, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to make the chilled noodle. The noodle is right here. Let's get rid of the water. And this is nice chilled noodle, okay? And then we're going to put the dressing in the noodle. Here, I have some black beans. Rinse, and I chop this a little bit, crush it a little bit, okay? And I put it in my dressing. This is chili garlic sauce, a tiny bit of vinegar, a tiny bit of soy sauce, and sesame seed oil. I put this in. If you don't have time to make your black bean sauce, hey, no problem. Hey, buy one of these, and you can actually buy them in the store, store-bought, okay? And mix them all up. Nice. extra soy sauce. I love soy sauce. Okay. Extra mint. This is all together. And add to the one that we already have made ahead of time. We love it. The great thing about this is you can make all of these way ahead of time so you don't have to make in the last minute and toss this whole thing right in here. This is wonderful. Look at this. We toss this. This is a very unique chill noodle dish. Very nice. It is great for snack. It's great for midnight snack, lunch, any time of the day. Hey, more mint. Hey, I love mint. Okay, this is it. I'm going to show you how to put the whole dish together, okay? Very, very easy. Everybody can do it. First, you put the salad. This is the Napa cabbage and bean sprout. Give that wonderful texture, okay? Look at how beautiful this is. Now, we're going to put this over here. And then we'll put the salad, the noodle salad. Toss noodle salad right on top. Look at how beautiful this is. Huh? Look at that. This is a wonderful dish everybody can make at home. As my mother always said, eat long noodles to live long life. Extra mint, extra dressing. Look at this. I'm going to show you how to garnish this dish, okay? Here, extra mint right here. And then some garden pea green right here. Look at that. This is so beautiful. This is what we have here. Noodle salad with mint and black bean dressing. I am busy again. I'm going to make something very exciting. This is a classic Hong Kong wonton noodle bowl, which I learned from Master Ng from Hawaii, and also how to learn how to make all the wonton wrappers from Dixon. Here, I use the shrimp shell. Look at this, the shrimp shell. When you shell the shrimp, don't throw the shell away, because I'm going to use this to make seafood broth. This is what the Chinese and the Thai people do all the time. So, got a wonderful fresh seafood broth over there. In the meantime, I also have cooked some wonton. Whoa, look at this, beautiful wonton. After you cook this wonton, you know what? You should put it in a tiny bit of water so they don't get stuck. That means you can cook it ahead of time and get ready for your wonton noodle bowl. The broth is getting ready, and I don't want to waste time, okay? I'm going to do some wonton noodle. What's the difference between the regular noodle and the wonton noodle? This is something I also learned from Dixon in New York, Chinatown. You see, wonton noodles, tiny bit of egg, wheat flour, but very skinny. This long. Look at that. This is long. And then when you cook them, they curl up like this. And this is the wonton skinny noodle. This is also very good to make noodle pancake. I'm going to put over here and let it bring to a boil, okay? In the meantime, let us use this long cooking chopsticks. While we're bringing this to a boil, we want to get everything else ready. How do you make wonton to make this wonton noodle bowl? Here, wonton wrappers. This actually sent by Dixon. Okay, wonton wrappers. These are thin wonton wrapper, very, very thin. And then you use the filling. What's the filling? I have shrimp and I have ground meat. You can use any ground meat, marinated with a tiny bit of green onion and a tiny, tiny bit of, salt and pepper and sesame seed oil. And then we'll show you how the restaurant chef do it, okay? This is how you do it. Shrimp and ground meat, put a whole bunch right over here, okay? Whole bunch. And then you use your hand. You go like this, push, 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 push. And you push it, and you squeeze it like that. And you have wonton, okay? Now I have 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton. I have a lot of tons here. Then there's another way the Chinese chef can do it, particularly when you do it at home. You put a tiny bit right here. Look at this. Put a tiny bit of right in the middle here. And then you fold it in. Look at this. You fold it in the triangle like that. You see this? Because this is meat. It will stick together. Put a tiny bit of egg wash or water. Put it in the end. Look at this. You twist this. You push this. And you have this. This is wonderful. This not only you can do it for wonton soup, you can also do for deep frying. Because you know why? When you deep fry this, a lot of crispiness, a lot of the dough. So this is a little bit different than this. This is good for restaurant when they make wonton soup. I think our noodle is ready. Let's get ready. Look at this. Very nice. This is how the Chinese chef do it. Oh, shake them a little bit. Shake them a little bit. And then squeeze a tiny bit of sesame seed oil and toss it a little bit. Oh, this way. Everything is very tasty. I'm going to put it in this bowl right here. This is the wonton noodle, okay? And this is the wonton. We'll put a few wonton on the side, okay? This is, I like to have 8 of these because it's good luck number. And then, another thing. I want to make sure you have enough broth. Now, to make the broth, I have some yellow chive, some red pepper, some green onion, and you know what? I want to show you how easy it is to make this wonderful dish, okay? Now, this is so beautiful. This is wonton noodle. Look at the color. Look at how beautiful this is. And then, extra red pepper, extra this, extra green onion. Hey, want to make it nice and wonderful. Extra green onion and extra sesame seed, toasted sesame seed. You know what? You can actually use any filling. Oh, look at this. I can even use lobster, cream cheese. And when this is nice and done, we're going to put this right over here. Look at that. Hong Kong wonton noodle bowl, a classic. This is a satisfying meal for your whole family to enjoy. It is time like this when I remember why I love my job. I hope you have fun and learn something too. Remember, if Yan can noodle around, so can you. 再见。